Hello everyone, in this video we will continue learning what is a navigation system, how to create a really cool navigation system in your app. And in the last video we will continue what is a coordinator pattern. It's a really cool solution for navigation system in any kind of mobile application. And we will use RxFlow. RxFlow framework is a ready solution, the third-party framework. It's the implementation of coordinator pattern, especially for navigation system, for creating navigation system. And in this video we will create the first version of our navigation system, and it's a first step, and in the future video we will add to our project new screens, new flow objects, and so on. Let's go. First we need to do is add to add the RxFlow to our project, because this is third-party framework. And we need to go to our browser, search RxFlow, and we need the repository on GitHub. We opening the repository, we copy address of this framework. And in our project we need go to the project and package dependencies and top plus. Here we typing the address of RxFlow framework and tap on add package. We need waiting for a bit and add package. Okay, we have our RxFlow framework in our project, and let's check that in the target is added to the target this library, and I don't see that. Okay, let's add this package to our target manually. RxFlow add. Okay, right now we ready to use RxFlow, and first flow we will create its root flow object, and of course this AppFlow. And I suggest to create a separate folder for every object, flow object, and let's add folder name AppFlow, and we will store to this folder all screens modules on it by this flow object, and of course the flow object. And firstly let's create flow object. AppFlow import RxFlow, and right now we ready to create our first flow object. Let's look our visual scheme of our navigation system, and you can see that our AppFlow has only one screen, this screen named start screen, and two other subflows. And first of all, I suggest you set up our project to use RxFlow, and first thing we will do is add to our first flow object this start screen, and when we will launch our application will initialize our AppFlow, and AppFlow will show to user start screen. Okay, let's create our first flow. Class AppFlow, and we have to implement the special protocol flow. And I have to say sorry, because in the last video I mentioned this flow, the super class, and it's wrong. It's not class, it's just a protocol, and this protocol has one property and on one function. Let's confirm this suggestion from Xcode. And the first property, it's a root, and in our case it will be UI navigation controller, because the root means what the tool RxFlow will use to manipulate, to manage our screens. And the second thing, it's navigation, special function navigation to step, and these two things we have to implement in every flow object in our app. And let's go create private property named root view controller. It will be UI navigation controller, and here we will implement this part of flow protocol like that. Okay, here we can return none, and right now we can compile our project. Oh no, because we have to import UIKit too. Okay. Now I offer you create another special type, this type step, and in the last video I mentioned that step data type is a special type which describe actions which can do our flow object. In our case, it will be up step data type, enum up step, and this the type has to implement special protocol, step protocol. And you can use any kind of data type from Swift, but it's really good and comfortable data type for that. It's a step, it's enum, because every case in this data type will be concrete action which can do our flow object. In our case, it's only one case. It's a case start screen. That means show me start screen, for example. And step, it's just empty protocol, and this protocol needs only for that RxFlow have to know that its data type is a step, and it can use it for navigation, for manipulate navigation in our application. And another thing I suggested I mentioned in the last video, it's a really simple rule. It's a rule that every flow object has to has its own enum step enum object, because it's really good solution for big projects, big applications where you will have really complex navigation system. Oh, sorry, I forgot typing n in the name of case. Okay, first thing we need to do in this function, special function navigate to, it's add special guard construction to check that our step it's really up step data type. In other case, we just will return none. When we'll return none in this function, RxFlow will ignore this step, and RxFlow will do nothing. And next, let's add switch construction to handle the step, and this construction we will handle only one case name screen, and here we have to do side effect, and side effect is code will navigate our screens, its manipulations with our UI navigation controller, for example. And here we can use present function to show the user model screen, for example, or push function from the navigation screen, navigation controller, and so on. And you can typing this code right here, but the really good solution and really good practice, extract this code in the special function, private function, and let's go and create this private function. Navigate to start screen, and we have to return special type flow contributors, and here we can paste this function, and inside this function right now for testing we just return nothing, none. Oh, I forget it return here. Okay, right now we can implement our side effects, our navigation code here, and first thing we need to do is create the instance of our start screen view controller. Start screen view controller. Start screen view controller. Okay. Now we have to return the special data type flow contributes, and you can see. You can ask me what is the data type. This data type is just information that we will have to. We have to give the RxFlow, and this information describes what kind of screen or what kind of action we will do the next. In our case, it's just one of the screen in our application. We have to describe to RxFlow that we want just show to the user screen named start screen view controller, and let's do it. And one contribute with next. We need this. Let's formatting this. And here we need our start screen view controller, and you can see that this view controller has to implement two special protocols, presentable and stepper. And with presentable, it's really simple rule that if you add RxFlow into your project, every screen, every view controller, every navigation view controller already implement this this protocol, but stepper is not. And right now we have to typing here start screen view controller, and we need implement stepper protocol, and you need typing this stepper, but before we need import RxFlow here. Okay, what that means? What is the stepper protocol? The stepper protocol is inform RxFlow that this object, in our case start screen view controller, it's a stepper, and it's a source of next step in navigation system. And this protocol has only one. We have to implement only one property steps, and this property is just publish relay, and this publish relay we will use to navigate, to give RxFlow next step. In other words, we will manipulate navigation, our navigation system, with these property steps. Okay, I think I can use this let construction. Okay, let's go back to our AppFlow object, and right now it's okay. This return we can remove, and I think our first version, the first version of our AppFlow object is ready. We will add a little bit later to other to other steps, but right now it's okay. And I suggest let's go to the SceneDelegate and try set up our project to use Rx Swift, and we need right now initialize our AppFlow, and this flow has to show to user start screen module. Now I offer you just typing with me, and I a little bit later explain what that means. First of all, we need import RxFlow. Then we need one more property, let flow coordinator. Flow coordinator. Oh, sorry. Flow coordinator. And as you can see, this is the main reason why in RxFlow they use another name for the main piece of logic, navigation logic, not coordinator but flow object. And let's create a strong data type window object. Okay, and here we need something like that. Flows use AppFlow shared when created. Here we open our closure root in. Okay, here we can move to here, and there we have to remove this question mark because right now our window objects with a strong type. And we need to create another instance of AppFlow because this flow it's not singleton. AppFlow. Okay. Okay. We need to close our function. I just check that it's building. Okay, it's building, it's okay. Okay, I see the mistake, sorry. And okay, the last thing we need and say flow coordinator what will be first flow object and the first screen. For that, we just typing flow coordinator, coordinate flow. We can say that it's our app flow. This we have to replace the root to the root, and here we have to say RxFlow what step will be first in our navigation system. For that, RxFlow has a special data type, one step per with a single step, and here we have to type our single step from up step start screen. Okay, right now we can try build and launch our app and check that everything work okay. Oh, sorry, I forget the with label. With label, okay, and let's launch. Something was wrong, and let's check what is wrong in our code. Oh, I see. I forget to add our start screen view controller to our root view controller. Root navigation controller, sorry. Root view controller. View controllers. Add our start view controller. Okay, let's check. We can see our start screen module. That means our AppFlow works, right? And I suggest you cut this video at this moment because this video already is too long. And let's sum it up. First of all, we added RxFlow to our project as a dependency, and we set up RxFlow in SceneDelegate file, and we created our first flow object. It's AppFlow, and AppFlow is a root point, start point or root flow of our navigation system. Right now, this flow has only one screen module. This is start screen. And in the next video, we will add another flows objects, and this is will be flow for registration, login, main flow, and so on. We added into this flow our existing screen modules, and I'll show you how to switch to another flow, to another screen. I show you how to end the work of particular flow object and take navigation control to its superflow, and how to this superflow will be initialized in other flow object and show screen from this new subflow, and so on. And okay, that's all I had to you in this video. Bye bye.